guidance, and I be again today to continue the ongoing conversation, sensitization, and agitation of our people. My people, I'm happy. Before I start, let me thank those who have been commending us for what we're doing, those who have shown interest in what we're doing, and those who believe in our cause. People have said this repeatedly, that I'm doing what I'm doing because I love what I'm doing, not because I've been told to do what I'm doing, or rather being paid to do what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing because I have a very strong belief that someone has got to do what I'm currently doing, just so we're able to, at some point, liberate our country and our continent. And people, I have said this repeatedly, my job here is to wake our people to begin to understand that our problem is our leaders, and not God, and not anything else, but our leaders. I've always used Nigeria as a case study, because what happens in Nigeria literally happens in many parts of Africa. And I've also said that if Nigeria, by any chance, gets it right, Africa will have no choice than to also get it right. Because most of the countries in Africa and the world look up to Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be like a big brother to African countries. But because Nigeria ourselves have not been able to find our bearings, that has not happened. And the reason that has not happened is because over time, Nigerians have had leaders that are, in my opinion, are not ready, or were not ready for the office, that were not ready to lead, that we were not ready to even know what they were coming to do. And so the result is glaring for everyone to see. We've had our independence in 1960. Till date, the amount of money Nigerian government have borrowed is mind-boggling. And ordinarily, with what God has given to a country called Nigeria, we are not supposed to be borrowing. We are even supposed to give out money to people as aids, like what we were doing during the apartheid period. I recall that vividly, how Nigeria used to give money to fight apartheid during the time there was this struggle in South Africa. That's what the country Nigeria should be doing. I'm not borrowing money. As we speak today, the country is indebted to close to, if I have my records right, 100 trillion naira. A country that is so blessed, a country that has everything, a country that ordinarily should not be borrowing. And the big question is, all these monies they've borrowed, there's nothing to show for it. There's absolutely nothing to show for it. The only thing that they can show is corruption. And I've told people repeatedly that if a country is good, it's leadership. If a country is bad, it's also leadership. Because the people look up to their leaders for direction, for guidance. I always take people's mind back to the era of the late Diagbo and Buhari, when Buhari first came in 1985 as a military dictator. Even though there was a general clamor that it was the Diagbo that was actually ruling. But then we had what we call war against indiscipline. And we also saw how it played out. You see, when people know that there are consequences when you do things that are inappropriate, they will do the right thing. And that can only happen when you have leaders who are ready to play by the rules. And not when you have leaders who are ready or who are already playing against the rules. What you have or what you see is chaos, left, right, and center. And that's what has happened in Nigeria. We must learn and find a way to get our leadership process right. Leadership, like I said, my people, is everything. I've done my research and I've seen that leadership is everything that makes a country either good or bad. In the case of Nigeria, like I've always said, we've not had leaders. The results are there for everyone to see. But if we've had leaders, with what God has given to us as a people, we will not be where we are today. And with the amount of money they borrowed, there will be visible things to see for it, that this is what they borrowed money to do. The life of the people will be good. But what we see today is the reverse. People are dying when they are ordinarily not supposed to die. Things that ordinarily should not kill people are killing people in Nigeria because of bad leadership. The present government of Alhaji Ahmed Tinubu, like I've said before, I have nothing against the man. He's an elderly man, he's a respected man. However, I have problems with the way he got into power. And he has not shown any sign yet that he's a good leader. Look at what he's done recently. Borrowing money to buy cars, borrowing money to buy yachts, when ordinarily he should be borrowing money for capital investment that will eventually pay back that loan. Instead, he's borrowing money to buy cars for his office and for his wife and to renovate buildings that will not yield nothing to the people. To buy yacht for himself. My understanding of that yacht was already pre-planned even before the Supreme Court judgment, because he was actually waiting for the Supreme Court judgment for him to come up with the yacht thing. Because the way the yacht thing came about, in my opinion, was already pre-planned. That's not leadership. A leader who does not care about the welfare of his people is, for me, not a leader. Leaders must be sensitive and not insensitive. Leaders must have thinking caps. Leaders must be compassionate. Leaders must have those qualities that can take their people from point A to point B. Any leader short from what I've just mentioned is, for me, not a leader. And in the case of Nigeria, we've had people who do not, have these qualities. And the man who currently have 10 knives, if you ask me, he also do not have the qualities. You can see that the man does not even know what he's doing, because he wasn't prepared for that office, because he actually did not win that position, win that election. That is the truth of the matter. Take it or leave it. That's the truth. It doesn't matter whether you like him or you hate him. I don't hate him. He's an elderly man. I have tremendous respect for him. But the truth must be said. The way the man came into that office is all I'm against. If he had won a clear-cut election, I have no problem with it. But the fact that that election was manipulated, I'm not happy. I'm not approving his candidature. The man Alhaji Ahmed Tinubu has actually come, like I said before, to show people like me. I used to think that the institutions in Nigeria are broken. But Ahmed Tinubu came to show me that it's not even broken. They are outrightly dismantled. There are no institutions in Nigeria. I used to think they are even weak. or broken. They are not broken, they are dead. That is the truth of the matter. Except you want to shy away from the truth. And so for me, if you ask me now, I'm ready to go the way of Omoyole Sowore, who's asking for a revolution. Because I have seen that in that country, the only solution now as we speak is a revolution. Because those who are supposed to rescue the country are handicapped and they've been caged. That is the truth of the matter. That country is in serious trouble. The only way out now is a revolution, and that revolution can only be carried out by the ordinary man and woman in the street of Nigeria. Because the truth is that you must ask yourself, why in the midst of so much wealth, why are you suffering? Why are we suffering? Why do we have a few enjoying the wealth of the country and the large majority of us are suffering? Why? In the midst of plenty, it's like you have in a home, you have too much food in the refrigerator. In the storeroom, there's so much food. And yet people are hungry in that home. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. That is the case of Nigeria. Nigeria is by any means a very rich country. It's supposed to be a very rich country. But the reason why it's not a rich country, or the reason why the people are suffering, is leadership. And my understanding now is that the leaders are not ready to change. And like I said before, those who are supposed to get them to change have been caged. And so the only people that can change Nigeria today as we speak is not even God. Let's stop disturbing God, my people. God is upset with us. We need to do what we need to do. And all that we need to do now is to take back our country. I am pretty sure that many Nigerians are not happy with what's going on. I hear people say if you go out on the street, they will kill you, people will die. Nigerians are dying anyway. Ordinarily, what shouldn't kill people are killing Nigerians. So what's the point? The roads are bad, no electricity, there's insecurity, medical facilities are zero, everything is in comatose. And you say you're scared to die. People are already dying in their numbers. And these are men and women, children, that ordinarily shouldn't be dying for no just cause. And so if you say because you are worried, you're scared not to die, people are already dying. My people, let us take back Nigeria. We can do this by ensuring that no life is lost, because it will not make any sense if we have to lose lives, but we can get it done by ensuring that life is not lost. But a clear message will be sent to these men and women who call themselves leaders that enough is enough. Like I've always said, if Nigeria were to be a poor country, then it's fine. Then it's our fate. But Nigeria is not poor by any standard. There's no country in the world that I know. I've asked people, whether in private, in social gathering, in public, to tell me of one country that they know in the world that is oil producing, where the people go to bed hungry, where the people have to go through the Mediterranean Sea because they want to go abroad. If you go to the Mediterranean Sea now, as we speak, 70-80% of the people there who are trying to find their way abroad through that rigorous means are Nigerians. an oil producing country. And the people are there looking at them. Nigerians, wake up. Africans, wake up. Take back your country and your continent. These men and women you have there now, and the results are there. If they are ready, since we gain independence to date, we will not be where we are today. I recall many years ago when we were growing up as young lads in Nigeria, we used to have free books, free pencil to write, free pen, and free food. I recall that vividly. We used to have free food. In those books, those days, they would write property of the independent state government, not for sale. We used to have that those days. In the same country, today, because of corruption and bad leadership, there's nowhere in the world where there is no corruption. Don't get me wrong. But in the case of Nigeria, it's endemic. And when people know that they can do things and get away with it, when people believe that they are stronger than the institutions of that country is in trouble. That's the case of Nigeria today. There are so many people who believe that they are stronger than the institutions in Nigeria as an individual. That is where we are today. And those who are supposed to checkmate them, they've been put in such a situation that they haven't got what it takes to do that anymore. And that's why I want to key into Omoyele Showore's position. And all we need in Nigeria today is revolution. A peaceful one, if there's any revolution. So that we can take our country back. We can take our continent back. Nigeria is in trouble. And people, like I said before, I will continue to do this as long as it takes. I want to ask as many people as possible to join this agitation. Let us do this together. I can assure you, it is a just cause. At the end of the day, there will be reason for us to be happy that we fought a just cause. We need to liberate Nigeria and liberate Africa together. It is not a one-man's fight, neither it is a one-day fight. It is a fight that will take a while, but with consistency and resilience, victory will be ours. With this, I want to say thank you all so very much again. If you find this message interesting, please do like it. If you find a way to share it, find a way to join this agitation. Together we can liberate Africa and liberate Nigeria. I thank you all so very much again for listening to me. God bless you all. God bless Nigeria and God bless Africa. Bye for now and cheers.